Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I have an interesting article to show you today, and first I want to tell you it's a short story about something I told my wife back, I think it was 2013, 2014. As I've told you many times before, I used to be a financial advisor, and part of, I'm not now, but part of the main reason really that I got into digital assets is because I saw that it might become a new asset class. And for that reason, having been a financial advisor, I knew what that meant. And I've told you before that as a financial advisor, you're taught to go in and sit down with a client and show them based on their risk tolerance and their age and various other factors, you're taught to go in and say, okay, we think your assets should be allocated in this way, a certain percentage in this asset class, a certain percentage in this one, and this one. It's called asset allocation. And those assets are allocated, the younger and more risk you're able to tolerate, the higher percentage will be in riskier assets. And that's kind of how that works. Well, when I saw digital assets come along, that was the first thing I saw. And I told my wife at that time, when I invested, I said, now listen, there's one of two things that are going to happen here, I believe. One, we're going to lose our investment. But if we don't lose our investment and this goes all the way to the point, and I used Etrade as an example, if this goes all the way to the place where I can send my XRP into an Etrade account or a Schwab account, I actually used those two companies when I was talking to her. I said, if that happens, it will be a complete game changer, not just for us, but for the world. I'm about to show you an article for the first time where I have actually seen someone that is a high profile guy in the business who is actually predicting E-Trade and Schwab are coming into the game, and they're coming in 2019. So for me, this is one of those moments when I read this, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And so here we go. This is from the Daily Hodl. CNBC's Brian Kelly. Now, for those of you that don't know, Brian Kelly, he's the CEO of a crypto investment firm called BKCM. And he's also one of the main guys that's on CNBC's Fast Money every day at 5 o'clock. He's kind of their in-house crypto expert, I guess. And so this is not some Joe Schmo. This is like a guy who's plugged in, who knows what is going on in the industry. So I'm going to read for you what he says in this. This is quotations after this first line. It says, Kelly says it won't be long until firms like Charles Schwab and other big players in retail investing offer digital assets to their customers. It would, and this is Brian Kelly, this is a quote, it would not surprise me if some of those companies already have something working in the background. I would think it's probably the first quarter of 2019. I mean, if you're looking at this, there's a couple of different things. One, Fidelity is in it. Also, remember, some of the startups like the Robinhood app, they launched crypto and got 1 million users in 4 days. So if you're at Schwab or you're at E-Trade and you look at that and say, hey, you know what? Where are the customers? They're there. We have to offer this product. I would expect your traditional, this is a quote. I would expect your traditional retail, E-Trade, Schwab, and those type of companies, I would expect beginning of quarter one 2019 that they would offer to their retail investors. So there you go. You don't have to take the digital asset investor's word for it. I did that. This is what my gut told me. This is where my gut told me that this all would go. This is why my financial advisor red flag went off. This is the reason that I'm here talking to you today. my gut told me that all of this was ready-made for not only a new asset class, but I knew what all of these companies would do once they smelled the money. And boy, did they smell the money. When they're looking at Fidelity and Bakkt, the New York Stock Exchange's crypto exchange opening, you better believe they smell the money. And he's right, when they see Robinhood sign up millions of users in 4 days, come on. This is a no-brainer. It's always been a no-brainer. Before I let you go, I want to show you something that caught my eye. Every once in a while, I'll be on YouTube or something, and I'll see something that's just really cool. Oftentimes, many of you talk about, well, if and when XRP moons, and I want to buy a Lambo, I want to buy this, I want to buy this. I'm just going to throw something out there. You'll never see me buy one of these, but I saw it and I thought that it was worthy of showing to you. If you have not gone and watched this video, you need to. It's a real-life Iron Man jet suit, and you can now buy one for $445,000. So maybe some of you young bucks out there might want to go pick you one up. I won't be getting one because I'm afraid of heights anyway. But anyway, I am a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that Etrade and Schwab are expected to come into this space in 2019. Tell them what that could mean for them, because it could mean a lot. Thanks for listening.